up, Spyro? First indeed. Let's connect to YouTube. Oh boy, do we have things to talk about. But my tripod is a bit too far yet. Opposite direction. Let's move you back a bit. There we go, that's better. Danger Tater, Dave, Sadie, hello. You are looking at a ship that was in very big trouble this morning. I should just put it on the overlay while I do the rest of the setup. Hang on, let me do this. Hang on. Yeah, let's do that. Show. Did it? No, show, press, show. Oh, I'm gonna have to connect to the Wi-Fi first. Hang on. Settings. Connections. Wi-Fi. Wyver 40. Suck. Contact. Okay. Hopefully now everything should be smoothly. Wait, is it shown on the overlay now? Wait, let's try again to be sure. Show. There we go. That should help. Have a great dinner, EG. So, the picture you see in the upper corner was the ship this morning. That was not a good time for them. Oh my goodness. Imagine if we caught something like that happening live. That would be absolutely ridiculous. Let me first set up everything and then we can talk better. Why are you so annoying today? Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, it's good enough. And the mount. Can't park there, mate. Exactly. That was a classic case of can't park there, mate. Oh my goodness. So, if you're not in the Discord, you might have completely missed the news, but this morning, the Primula Seaways, which is the ship we're looking at right now, had a total blackout. So the engine stopped. They called it an engine blackout, so I assume they had no controls and they ran aground just past where she's docked now. So it is not a human error, it is a technical malfunctioning of the engine. So crazy, it could have been a lot worse. Imagine if she had that the moment that she was going into the lock. That would have been a lot worse maybe. If she would like hit the doors or like the side of the dock too hard. So this is just before the lock that she ran aground. She was stuck there for about 2 hours and then they were able to pull her back out with the tugboats. Also got this picture. Somebody took some cool picture with a drone as well. So that's also her. And this is also a very interesting shot. So this is how she was buried into the side of the river here. So there's some damage there as well. The bulb seems to be pretty much intact except for a lot of scratches. Although I do notice right now, as we're looking at her, there's 2 ships in front of her, 2 like working ships. So I'm not sure if they're doing inspections or if they're doing what they're doing, but they're definitely working there. So my goodness, what a crazy Friday. I need to set up the second modem, so let's do that first. Let's also zoom out a bit because you guys have the overlay thingy up there, right? So there's also a picture of like really the bulb, and by the looks of it, it looks like only scratched, of course, so you cannot see the under sand on that picture. My god, there's still sand and stuff. Sand everywhere. That would have been a viral. I would have been screaming. That was happening while we were live. Like, oh, no, what is happening? So I have it around 10 a.m. this morning, actually. Those who are just coming, and I should put it up, the glider shot. Soft land, I mean, it is like, I guess it's dirt and then rocks on top. That's probably the structure that she ran into. Then start shooting at 10 a.m. I mean, if we do this for long enough, we'll see stuff happening. I mean, we already saw a few ships in trouble on the river here. So stuff definitely happens. It is still, there are risks involved. Hey Jacob, okay, let me set up the second modem and then we're all good for the stream. Also, we got another cruise ship today. Third in a row. I don't think we haven't seen a cruise ship on the river for over a year, and now we have 3 in a row, which is absolutely crazy. And because of the cruise ship, I decided to do an extra stream tonight. So that's why we're here. Not because of the Primula that got very stuck this morning. Well, this isn't sunny. Indeed it isn't, Cactus Jack. Let me put the Primula on the overlay for a second here. If it's still, it's not working anymore. Oh, damn it. My overlay stuff is not working. Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare. I'll probably only put the big ships on then. Let me open this thing. I'll open here. Close all this. Go to Hustle Finder. That was an amphibious landing. Indeed, Mushrock. She had a total blackout as she was coming in, and she ran aground, as they say. Where is she? There she is. I need her number. Give me a minute. There's her number. Let me input it. 220253123. Hey, why won't that? Did I make him boo-boo? 22. Why won't that let me insert a number that's... Oh my god. What? Oh. I did have a boo-boo. 2 and then a 0 at the end here. Let's see if I can get her on the overlay. There we go. Primula Seaways. Regenerate. Good. So the AIS system that we are using is still broken today. That's unfortunate. Boom, boom, boom. So if you're just joining in, because yeah, we are still starting up. I think the image on the top right says it all. The ship ran aground this morning. She got stuck. The FDS maintains their ships very well. You were there? Oh my god, Mega Damage. Tell us all about it. Well, I'm not sure there's much to tell, but... Yep, oops. It's interesting, on the picture that I put up now on the overlay, you can see that they tried to throw the anchor out to avoid hitting the side, but I guess to no avail, because she did run into the side. Hey, Dutch fella. It's fun that she's still here. I assume one of the reasons she's still here is the locks are still closed because of low tide. I assume the locks will open in a little bit from now, actually, all of them. You saw the ship coming in, way too hot. But it was supposed to be waiting to go into the new lock. Oh my goodness, yeah. She ran aground right next to the west lock. That's crazy. But apparently she had a full engine blackout, so yeah, they were steerless. Because very typical for these DFDS Ro-Ro cargo ships, they never, I should move the tripod a little bit. They never have tugboats around them unless there's like a lot of wind or there's an issue beforehand. They never have tugboats around them. So if they're maneuvering here and they have an engine blackout, then yeah, she's just drifting, right? There's no tugboats to save the day instantly. Made a massive turn to the right at like 6 knots. Do you think maybe it was the wind pushing her sideways or the tides? Or did she like really try? She probably tried to steer so she avoided hitting the locks, because that would have been even worse. Captain, a big try. I mean, if it's a technical issue, then there's not much you can do when you're on board. I believe there's also a pilot on these ones, although some of them are exempt from pilots if the captain has a license. If I learned correctly. Anyway, very interesting morning that we had here. The captain or pilot steered it into the, to head, okay. I guess it's better than going straight frontal into the, I can go there. So she was supposed to go in there, but if she would have gone straight, then that would have probably been a lot worse, a lot more wall to hit there. So I guess they chose a bit softer bank on the side there. But as you can see, the multi-solver is still hovering around her. And any other decision would have caused mega damage. Moin, Reptine. So very, very interesting. So it seems like the two ships are now moving away. There was that one, and then there was like a little crane shippy thingy there as well that came by while I was setting up. It came by. She has a history. I mean, these ships have been coming here for like a very long time, right? Because I remember growing up seeing them all the time, so. Again, maybe one more time before we start to do some other ship spotting. The ship ran aground this morning. We got photos. Let me show you guys, for those of you who are just joining in. Let's go here. Let's go, where is it? Show. There we go. They could have pulled it out much faster, but the captain was refusing, apparently. Interesting. I guess there's a lot, I'm guessing there's a lot of stress and responsibility involved if you're a captain in that situation, so. But yeah, so it took him about 2 hours to pull him out. And after that, yeah, she was free. She ran aground in 2019 as well at Terneuzen. There you go. And she had a collision in 2018. Talked her on side in 5 minutes. I mean, then they waited around for another 2 hours. Interesting. I guess there's a lot of factors involved in making decisions on that point when she's stuck there. Yeah, of course, the tugs didn't have to come from far. Basically, the tug station is over there. So all the tugboats are stationed behind that black bar, basically. So, must have been really interesting to see that happen live, mega damage. Oh my goodness. No pilot? No, she probably had a pilot. The thing is, she has no tugboats around her, so when she's maneuvering here, and a technical issue like that happens, I mean, there's not much you can do than pray, hope. But yeah. They get divers? I don't know. I don't think so. The hull looked like this, by the way. So there's a lot of photos on the internet already of it. So that's what the hull looked like. It looks scratched, but doesn't look like any like big substantial damage from this angle, at least. Oh, it's still 2 hours. Yeah, it's right. It's 2 hours before, 2 hours after. Wait, is that tide? Oh yeah, it's another 2 hours before the locks open, so she'll be here at least until then. All right, let's hide it. Let's hide this. But she is another reason I decided to stream, actually. We got another cruise ship. I can't believe it. Third in a row. Ooh. Let's loosen this up a tiny bit. I might have to tweak the camera a tiny bit backwards. There we go. So I am doing it all by myself today because I don't think we have mods that are able to operate the overlay. So let me see the number for this one. Atlas, yep, that's her. Oh, she's planned for like 9:45 tonight. Okay, okay. Yeah, I do have that link on my computer. I don't have it here. I didn't really look. 1, 3, 4. So she'll be here for a while then. Can show her a few times on the stream. No, no dust devils today, luckily, because I vacuumed my whole car actually. As we're going on vacation next week, I wanted to make it a bit clean for the drive out. But yeah, we got another cruise ship incoming. It's actually a good looking one from what I saw in the photos. Let's also mount the phone on the tripod. It's easier to read the chat then. There we go. Wow, why is it so loose? The heck? Mount, please drop. There we go. Oh, that's really nice. Like this, I like that. Oh my goodness, we got a fin lines actually. Ooh, always a good-looking ship. The fin lines. Oh god, this is gonna suck doing it manually. Mods. Where is she? There she is. The Finical 1. So, 3, 2, 0, 6, 9, 4, 1, 2, 3. Send it. The Finical 1, there she goes. Okay, from SEABOURN. So short hop to Antwerp. One of the hybrid Ro-Ros. We've seen her before, or at least her sister ships. She has basically, she can plug into a big power socket on the side of the dock, and then she can turn off her engines and be 0 emissions in port. No, it's all good, OT. I'll do it. It's sad that the AIS thing broke again. It's the same issue as last time. Their HTTPS certificate keeps expiring, so... Oh, hence the double chat. Okay, you were doing it. Okay. Just let me know then when you're leaving, Ozzy. Then I know to take over again. Hey, Heavy. Also, let me check radar real quick. See that the cruise. The ship is cruising towards us. She is. There she is. The SEABOURN Ovation. There's actually ships behind her as well. Vista Rio, going to Bonn. So it's not going to come here. To the Multra Salver 4. This one just came from the stranded ship. Well, it's no longer stranded, but the ship that was stranded. Wow, it smells like barbecue here. Oh, there's 3 camper vans. So one of them is probably doing barbecue. Oh, it smells so good. Could they bring me a little slice? So look at the wave she's creating besides her. It's really cool. Also got the Atlas coming past her. Look at the difference in speed. Hey, Snarky. Didn't even see that one coming on. When I arrived here, I was looking left and right, see what was approaching. I didn't see this one. Must have really snuck up on us. Good looking ship though, isn't it? Also, potentially we have a 360 meter container ship leaving, so that's going to be interesting. Hopefully that one moves. That one should have moved as well already. Let me check our radar. So real quick, before she's out of frame. Steven is going to ride the waves. Hey. Hey. No, he's not amused by these waves. He's not amused. He's not amused. Let's check if the other one is also moving. So now left here. It's not moving yet, but there's tugboats around her, so she is gonna move. So we'll see that one as well. So nice lineup. So yeah, I wasn't planning on streaming, but I saw, oh, there's another cruise ship on the docket, and I thought, why not? Why not? We're gonna do an extra one. Also, maybe it will shake up the rankings a little bit more of the card collecting game, because nobody expects me to stream today. No, I had some Wi-Fi time today, don't worry. It was nice. Wi-Fi bought me a gift today. We were at a toy store and I saw the orange Lego cat, the Lego orange cat. And I finally decided that I wanted it. So I took it. We went to the cashier and then she was like, no, I'll pay. I was like, oh. I saw Jacob, but I think that one might go north at the Lux, at Hansweert probably. Also, I drove in Ghent past the area where the river cruises are docked. There was not a river cruise in Ghent right now. So also those, there was one on the canal though, let me check. Actually. It's still docked there. There's one on the other side of the lock just waiting. That one is going to Dusseldorf, so maybe that one will come in. Or go out at least, sorry. Does it have seasons? It will go indefinitely, as long as you want to play. Or maybe for the rankings we should do seasons. That could be interesting, actually. Yeah. Good thing to think about it, Beep Beep. That we maybe have like once a year a reset, or maybe twice a year do a reset to be the turn. Yeah, actually not that crazy. And then you have some kind of like achievements for the top whatever of that loss of the season that ended. And that's also like some trophies or something. Yeah, it's a fun idea. I do plan on expanding the game a bit more, not next week, but the week after probably. Put it in the ID box, or just in the ship card channel is also good. One of the two. No, actually I like that idea, because it does make sense. Otherwise new players will never be able to catch up. So another ship coming towards us. In Gorkum. I still don't know why I pronounce it correctly, because it is Gorinchem, not Gorkum. One of two of these. We've seen a lot of them this year, I feel like. But I think there's more that are stopping in Ghent because of the low river levels. Because currently the canal is still unaffected. Like, it's maybe a bit lower, but it's not lower than usual. I took the ferry across the canal today and everything seemed normal in terms of water levels. Some nice drifting going on there. Hey, Jaro. All right, maybe for all of you who joined a little bit later, let's talk about it again. I feel like it's a very big event that happened. Where is a photo? So, this happened this morning. The Primula Seaways got stuck. She had a complete blackout, apparently, and she was, well, engine blackout, basically. And then she ran aground straight into the side of the river. The second one. I wonder how many You Can't Park There mates will have today. Where was this? Right here at the news in London. So she got stuck just over there, just beyond where she is. There should be a big dent in the side of the river somewhere. So after 2 hours, they were able to pull her back out. But according to somebody who works at the locks, they could have probably done it sooner, but the captain was stubborn or stressed. But yeah, apparently she's now scheduled to go towards Ghent 9:45. So I probably won't be here anymore by then, but yeah. She seems to be okay, except a lot of scratches on her bulb. If you're wondering, this is what the bulb looked like when it was stuck inside of the side of the river. That's a view. Yeah, I was just saying this, well, like, it must have been an extremely stressful situation as a captain to be in. So indeed, he does have the final say. I mean, you can't tell if you're looking at her from over here, you can't tell that anything's wrong. She's just docked there. Gorkum Town's just fine. No, Lovisa! There's an IN in the middle. Where is the IN gone in Gorkum? Anyway, no. What the heck? The guy is just driving over the cycling lane. Oh my God. Bro. I think it wasn't stuck that hard actually. I do think the embankment over there is quite soft. It's just, I think, sand and clay combined with rocks that are on there. Because we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Imagine if, so apparently she was gonna go straight for that lock, for the new one. That's where she was targeted to go. But then she lost her engine, and what the pilot did, probably the pilot, was yoink it to the right, so she ran into the embankment over there. Because if she would have hit one of these walls, I think the damage would have been much worse, both on the ship and probably on the side of the locks as well. So they did the sensible choice of running it into the side of the river, not straight ahead. Is that a police boat? No, it's one of the multra tugs. So yeah, a very interesting situation. All right, later Ruthie, let me put this one up on the overlay. No, I don't think anyone got injured. And the damage is apparently minor as well, so. I got the number. 6360908. Nobody did it, Sulzy. It's a surprise. Enter. Okay, that works. The GPO Pisces, 263 meter container ship, 4,132 TEUs going to Rotterdam. No, the reason I'm live unexpectedly is because we have another cruise ship on the river. Third one in a row. This is the third stream in a row that we have a cruise ship. Absolutely crazy, I know. But as I had nothing planned this evening, I decided that let's catch it. You added tea? You have a word for me that you added tea to? I don't even want to ask Monkey why you had the Bad Flu Titanic theme song playing, but timing. The cruise ships are a gateway drug to more weekday streams. The thing is though, there's not many cruise ships on. It's cruise ship season now, but after this one, I think it's almost done. I'll check for you guys. Cruise ships in Antwerp. Let's see what else is on the docket for Antwerp. Seasons 2026. Here we go. So the 20, wait, hang on, we're already in 8. So the 9th and the 3rd of September, there's two 130 and 175 meter cruise ships. And then the 13th to 14th of September, there's the Balmoral. We've seen that one before, I think. It's a 280 meter cruise ship. Then there's one more 19th of September, but that one is 100 meters, so it's smaller ones. And then there's the final one of 2026 is the 8th of October. Also a 139 meter ship, so smaller ones. So there's a few left, but the big ones, nope. Wait, Rotterdam was going to say, hey, hebt, hey, oh my goodness, get out of here. Learn grammar, Rotterdam. Abdel and Pramula, chilling. Talked about it already 2 times. I'll probably talk about it a little bit again when we have a few more people in. But she's chilling. She's scheduled to go in at 9:45 tonight into the new lock. So I wonder if she's gonna get tugboats or not for this trip. We probably won't be here anymore by then, but yeah. Hey, Mikey. So the cruise ship is underway, and then we also had a 360 something container ship that still has tugs around her, so not yet moving, but 366 meter container ship from last year, so a pretty new one. So I do hope to catch that one as well this evening. So a nice selection. Also, I added the cruise ship to the database already, so it should instantly be legendary the moment we put it on. Because I know some people missed some experience with the last one. Must be all the harbor language. There's a news item about the Pramula on the YouTube channel, the Omroep Zeeland. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of people that were coming out to check it out when it happened. Also a lot of pictures of it. After this one has gone past, I'll show the pictures again of how the ship got stuck after an engine blackout. I can only assume that she's going to use tugboats now to come in. Yeah, exactly. Might be worried about another blackout potentially. No IDs. I think it's quite a convoluted procedure. I do wonder how you get a certain complete blackout of your engine. It's such a big engine. How do you just it's not turning off, it just randomly turns off? Or maybe it's security systems built into the engine that were oh, I measured something wrong on a sensor, shut down. Something like that. Who knows? Because they still had steering apparently, so it wasn't a full blackout of the ship, right? They were still able to steer it towards the side of the river and not straight into the locks, which would have been a lot worse for damage. They already had it back up and running when they tried to pull out. Oh, okay. Interesting. I do wonder how the conversation on board went. Uh-oh, we lost the engine. Uh-oh. Hey, GB. Get stuck like that for Kevin. Oh my goodness. That one was wedged a lot deeper, for sure. I mean, I assume she was already slowing down significantly before anything happened. Otherwise, she would have run way harder into the side of the river, I guess. It's very busy here today. Look at that. I have a rough idea, Altman. I have the pilot schedules of the river. So that tells me what ship is supposed to go out or come in. But of course, that's an estimate. There's a lot of times that a ship doesn't leave for a variety of reasons. But I do have a rough idea. I try to plan it around it. For example, now I know that there's a cruise ship leaving Antwerp this evening. Well, it's already underway. So I knew I was gonna see it when I was coming out. There are drills for these events on board, so yes, there would be an uh-oh moment, and then, oh wait, we trained for this kicks in. I know pilots do it like for planes, but I didn't know for the maritime industry that it was also like trained very rigorously. So funny enough, London, it isn't. A lot of communication is done in Dutch actually, on the VHF. Even when there have been problems and incidents because of language on the river here, where the pilot is like communicating with the tugboats in Dutch, and then yeah. No, I didn't take. I wasn't here, Altman. I wish I was. Would have been cool. But I would have probably have everybody use my material for free as long as they mention my YouTube channel. Your car is not at Tokyo Marine. Is it a submarine? Is it an amphibious car? But yeah, there have been incidents in the past because yeah, pilot communicated with the tugboat captains in Dutch, and then misunderstandings happen. So yeah, it happens. I feel like we've seen this one before. Let's see. Oh yeah, last time was in June this year. Let me record a sail by. It's good weather. It's fun to do. Let's make sure we have her full height in the frame. There we go. There we go. You saw job adverts, so you need to speak Dutch. Yeah, exactly. I think Dutch is still the main language on the river, to be honest. As keep in mind, every big ship has a pilot that speaks Dutch. All the inland traffic, well, I guess not all of them speak Dutch. There's a lot of German ships here. So I would assume they don't speak Dutch. But yeah. There's still sand everywhere. It's so bad. I cleaned off most of my stuff with a cloth after last stream. All right, we got a bit of a gap now, so let's go back to the Primula for a minute. Here she is. So, in case you missed it, in case you just dropped in, this morning, this happens. She got stuck into the side of the river. Oh, okay. Thanks to the EG. Appreciate it. The AIS thing is still broken. It's the same issue as last time. Their HTTPS certificate has expired again. It's horrible. I'll have to look into a solution for that. Because I'm not sure. It's all about angles. Because she's so far away as well. Like if you look at this one, this photo, this is right in front of her. It looks so much bigger than from afar. And yeah, this is also a fun photo that they made here. Oh, maybe. I do like the drone shot that somebody made from this spot as well. Look at that. I mean, the pilot couldn't do anything about it, Simon. It's an engine failure. She lost her engine, so she was steerless almost. They were actually lucky they were able to like turn her around and ran her into the side of the river and not straight ahead into the walls. Because I think the damage would have been so much greater then, both on the ship and the docks, the locks. It happens to the best of us. It's pretty crazy to see though, big ship like this stuck. All right. So yeah, the locks are still closed for another hour and a half. The cruise ship is underway. The 366 meter one is underway. So a bit of a gap in traffic, although I do see one approaching now. Let's see, what are you, little tanker? Are you able to do the overlays, EG, or are you busy with other stuff? Just let me know, then I know if I should do it or not. Hey Andrew, you are? Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, no sandstorm today, Andrew. I literally vacuumed my whole car after. It was horrible. There was sand everywhere. Really nasty stuff, actually. Holy moly!
So you should need subscribe for 44 months on Twitch.
Ooh, there's a back-to-back tankers. Ziggy, thank you for the 44 months of tier 1. Thank you. Not ovulation. What was the title again? I already forgot what the name was of the cruise ship. Let me see again. Ovation, right? Not ovulation, ovation. Where is she now? Oh, there she is. Let's see. Ovation. Those look very alike. I would say that the first one is a bit smaller though, no? So 184 meters long. Let's check where she came from, if I can see at least. No, I can't see any. I don't want to get the premium back. Oh, it's 1 meter longer? Is it? And wider? It looks so much bigger from this angle, the back one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all trained for it. I mean, the fact that they're like threw over the rudder, so she ran into the side of the river and not the lock complex itself, was a testament to that they were calm and calculated on what movement they were gonna make with the engine failure. The back one is 5 meters wider, okay. Also looks like the back one has like a curved bow on the top there. Looks like rounded at the top. Maybe that's just an optical illusion from this far. Yeah, there's also an ACL row cargo ship on their way, I think. Looks like a wide lid. Yeah, indeed it does. Well, I guess it's better to crash into the sloping embankment than a wall in front of you, if I'd have to guess. So follow the OVA something. Yeah, the one in the back is definitely empty. I can tell from as long as no water rushes out of the bow, you don't have to let the office know. I'm pretty sure head office knows about this one. That would be crazy if they're not informed. Well, Dutch fellow, you got something to do for the next hour. You can watch the stream. I saw that post, Susie. He hasn't come and say hi to me, so I don't know who it is actually. Hey, Freya. I haven't ridden a brick wall, a bike into a brick wall at speed. I would advise hitting dirt instead. Exactly. A bit stuffy today. Also, I got news on the live view, the new encoder that we want to get to a stream in 2K quality, so even better quality. I should get it in 2 weeks from now, if all goes well and if it works out. Otherwise, it might be a bit longer. tide is rising, right? I feel like the ship is going quite slow. Tide, let's see. Let's like to figure out why it says it twice. Lost low tide, 3 hours. Yeah, next high. So the lock opens in an hour and 17 minutes. The locks will start working again. So probably we should see an increase in traffic as well then. And if you're just joining in, we got another cruise ship today. 3rd cruise ship in a row. That is gonna be a record for us. It might stand for a while. 3 cruise ship streams in a row. Very unusual. Also fun about the one that we will see today is a bit different than the other two, because the other two were sister ships. So the second looked a lot like the first. This one looks a little bit different. A little bit of variation. 24-hour stream? What do you mean? Once the cruise ship is here, I'm bailing. You'll need one more tugboat for the achievement. Ooh. You're gonna have to wait for the locks to open, I think, before we'll see more tugboats, actually. All right, let's look at the next one. So that one looks like it has like some kind of like topping on the front there. Almost looks like it's inflated or something. That looks really weird from this angle. What is that? Is it like a bad paint job? CB Baltic, 183 meters by 32 meters. Look at that front thing. What is that? It's snow, it's a party tent. Any other suggestions? It's wearing a big condom. It really looks like the metal is just curved there, like a curved spoiler in the front. I wonder if that is like for a purpose. Do you think it's like a windbreaker design on a tanker? It's a boat hat, cake frosting. It definitely has like a very poor paint job, right? If you look, zoom into the middle there. What happened there? Oh, it's the emblem, but then still the paint is like so... They didn't really paint it in a straight line, did they? We got a nice parade of ships, by the way. Look at that. It's a fun little parade. On some earlier pictures, the bottom was still white. So basically, they painted the hull, but didn't do a really good job at like making a straight line there. Huh. Interesting. No, it's not snow, guys. It's freaking 28 degrees or something. I don't know how warm it is today. Also, I'm not looking forward anymore to my vacation next week. We're gonna have another heat wave. It's gonna be 30 plus for 4 or 5 days straight. The hottest one was saying 36 to 38 degrees Celsius. And we're in a house that has no AC. A little 3 cabin without AC. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely not looking forward to it. Hey, Staller. The disguised as an iceberg. It looks very trippy. It really looks weird. Yep, 38. Get ready. Start sweating again. Cancel the stream instead. I don't think that... One, I don't want to be here when it's 38 either, so that's not the point. Sorry, I was reading something. The others against 26. Dude, I would love a week with like sub 30, especially as we're in that little tree hut thing. We're gonna use the hot tub as a cold tub, I think. My goodness. What I'm mostly worried about is sleeping in that heat without any cooling. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. I do want to book something next year that has AC. That is a must. Getting 27, it's going to be unbearable. Get out of here, little trick. 27 is hella nice. 37, 38, that's when it gets horrible. Where was it? Limburg. But I think most of Belgium will be 30 plus. For multiple days in a row again. All right, so we got Patriot coming back, speeding. And again, I think the Sanderus again. We saw this one last stream as well. Yep, Sanderus again. Oh, that is hella nice. 90 to 21, actually. I wonder if she's doing like daytime shifts and they go back home every evening. It's about the same time as we saw her 2 days ago. Send our, oh my god. Hey Scythe, I agree, beep beep. That would be nice. Let's take a look at her up close. Oh, we should have her do a sail by. Hang on, let me record it. There we go. The thing with heat is that once you're naked, you cannot take any more layers off and you'll still be warm. When it's winter, you can just keep putting on layers, make a fire, and so on. In case you're new to the channel, you're wondering what the hell is this thing? This is a dredge. This is basically a big vacuum cleaner for the river. It will move sand from one spot to another to make sure the river is deep enough for these big cargo ships. If where I'm going on vacation, there's no water. There's no sea or stuff. It's just forests. Also, the place, the tree hut has like a very tiny fridge, so we barely will be able to keep drinks cool even. It's so bad. It's so bad. There's no freezer, no AC. No, don't, car, don't. Honestly, I already said if it's too bad, I'm just gonna plug my car into the car charger there and I'll turn on AC and sleep in my car. All right, you know, we got a ACL ship on the horizon approaching. We'll see that one later. The whole cabin has one, I repeat, one electrical outlet. I got an email yesterday with like the lost info. It has one electrical outlet. And that mail, it also says very, I don't know, I didn't like the tone of the email. It was like, if it's very warm, we will allow you to bring one ventilator. We don't allow mobile or portable air conditioning units. Bro, I've rented your freaking cabin for a lot of money. I will decide how many vents I bring. If I want to bring 15 ventilators, I can. It felt really, really weird for me, that mail. I don't know. By the way, this ship got stranded this morning. If you're just joining, that was this morning. I'm gonna bring 2 or 3 power strips to EG, yeah. I mean, it's literally like a holiday park, right? But it's just a smaller scale with all kinds of like tree huts and all kinds of tree houses in a forest. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna daisy chain power strips. I mean, I'm bringing 2 fans. Is it still stuck? No. It's free now. They pulled it out after 2 hours. Let me put on another photo. I do like the new overlay system. It's super nice. Might be cool. That's what I'm really, really hoping for a 65 or that. It's cooler in the forest, but I don't know. I'm not hopeful. If it's 38, then I don't think the forest will help us. It's already in the system, Sulzy, so the moment I put it on the overlay, it will be a legendary. I foresaw it this time. No, it's not my own photo. It's photos from Facebook that people made in a news article. But you could go that close, right? Because there's a path that you can just walk on. I mean, if it shows as legendary Sulzy, you'll get legendary XP. If it shows as something else, you'll get that XP. The reviews are actually pretty good, so I'm very surprised. But then again, this year it's not a normal summer that we're having. It's very unusual to have it this warm, this hot. And I do think it's a super nice place in winter, because the whole thing is like built for like making heat. There's a hot tub with a stove. There's like a fireplace inside. So there's a lot of facilities for heating up the place, but not cooling it down. Because yeah, we're in Europe and we're not used to cooling stuff down. 3 tugboats were behind her. We also have a photo of that actually. Where's that photo of the 3 tugs? There we go. Yeah, I'm going there in open. I don't like heat. I get very grumpy when it's too warm. The missus already said me like, oh, you're grumpy again because it's warm. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I hate the heat. There's guidance here not to use fans when it's, because they can dehydrate you. Are they fucking insane? Put on 5 ventilators on you. My goodness. And drink some water. All right. Nothing there. 2 over there. Some smaller stuff first. We see how the cruise ship is progressing towards us, and the big container ship as well. Yeah, that's funny. The cruise ship is just before the big container ship right now. They're right behind each other. Well, the cruise ship is right behind. No, the container ship is right behind the cruise ship. I wonder if they'll race. You have footage of the recovery operation from the North Bridge. Oh, that's cool. Wait, from the North Bridge? Wouldn't you be at the South? Oh no, that is the North Bridge. My goodness, I had my my thing backwards. No, so the beaching happened because it had an engine blackout. So the engine stopped working. So they lost their ability to slow down. As we all know, these DFDS ships don't have tugboats around them unless there's like a special special need for it, because wind or storms. So the moment she lost control, she had a choice. She could have decided to go straight because she was going towards the new lock, so the one on the right there. So she could have chosen to go straight and ran into that wall, which would have caused a lot more damage, I think. So they decided to throw over the steering wheel and then go into the side there. Of course, we're parking in front of it. Yes. No, this morning, Freya, at 10 a.m. This is the Piz, the name, the Piz Alpeta. Nice color scheme. It's like a little banana. It's a floating banana ship. It's funny that it's named Piz and it's yellow colored. I feel like there's no coincidence there. Somebody meant to name it like that. Piz means peak, it could be Peak Alpeta. It's sitting under the Dutch flag though. Piz is not peak in Dutch, Piz is piss. Looks like a minion. Yeah, the letters of the name are in blue. And she has a blue stripe on the side. Yeah. Kind of a minion color scheme there. Also, she has this Swiss emblem or something in the front. The Piz Alpeta is a mountain in the Glarus Alps. There you go. Maybe it's a Swiss company operating these. Maybe loosen this up a tiny notch. There we go. It's International Park in front of the camera day, I think. There's 3 cars parked in front of me looking towards the locks now. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, Luscator. Proper news on the last quarter. That could work. So basically this happened. I cannot believe this shit. 3 cars parked here. And guess what? All parking spots, there's nobody there. Fuck's sakes. Hey, Valtel. So yeah, basically we lost clean view of the locks right now because of 3 cars that parked right next to me. It did, mega ships, it did. I already talked about it extensively. In case you're wondering, this happened this morning. That's an actual name of a ship, EJB? The heck? So the XT Pioneer is the tanker in the back. No, no worries, no worries. You see it there as well now. You saw it for a minute. She's still here, the Primula. I just cannot film her properly. Not seen the meme? No. I don't think I'm not enough on the internet anymore these days for memes. I'm getting old, man. It's a little bit of a low rider, the Willem. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, and oh, Jesus. Yeah, you have some photo that you made on the Discord. Hang on, let me see mega damage. Discord. Oh, those are some cool shots, man. I'll show them on stream. Save. Save. Yeah, some recovery footage as well. Is it like a video? I think I can do videos on the overlay as well if you want. So if you send it through Discord, I should be able to show it on the stream as well. Let me prep this for a minute here. So Mega Damage, who works at the locks, also made a few photos. Oh, don't want to see my own stream. Let's log in. Let's go items. Let's add one. I'm missing something. I'm gonna check first.
Thanos Monster subscribed for 71 months on Twitch.
My goodness, 71 months, Toast. That's the longest time, dude. Thank you for the Prime. Hong Kong Chippy's time. Stranded Chippy's time. Oh yeah, it works. Hang on. That's one photo. P2. It's two photos. Oh god, shit, don't go so fast. I'm trying to upload stuff. And then let's add one more. P3. Done. Create. So some photos that Mega Damage took. Let me point it back there for a minute while we talk about her. Yeah, so unfortunately we have a boatload of cars in front of us now. So we'll have to do with that. But if you're just joining, this ship ran aground this morning at around 10 a.m. As you can see on the photo that I just put on the overlay. Another photo from Mega Damage is, oh, I need to refresh this. Reload, there we go. And this one. So you can nicely see it from the sides as well. So the bow sticking into the side of the river basically. Because you're wondering what happened. They lost an engine, the engine failure basically. They lost their engine and they couldn't slow down, so they decided to make a maneuver to the right and run into the embankment over there. And then another cool photo was this one, P1. It's just the tip, yeah, just the tip. And if you're wondering about damage, there is one good photo that I already had, this one. So as you can see, it's only scratches on the bulb. It doesn't look like there's anything substantial for damage. I mean, there's even nothing to buff out. It's just paint scrapping. Just needs a lick of paint. It's fixed. She is currently scheduled to go back into the lock at 9:45 tonight. I am very curious if she would be using tugboats or not. Well, again, probably won't be here by then, because it's already past sunset then. I do see that the locks are starting to operate again now. So yeah, a fun-filled morning at the river here. If we pan out, you can see that all the ships are starting to move that accumulated here. There. So everything's starting to move again. I think the steel pilings wouldn't be too bad either. I think the worst would have been straight ahead into the lock walls or even the lock doors or something. Because apparently she was waiting for the lock to open. So if she didn't do the maneuver, she would have gone straight into the lock doors. Now that would have been mega damage for sure. No, sunsets at 9:24 Water for Wizard. Get expensive real fast. Yeah, I know. It's crazy to think that they made a quick, conscious decision to like, let's just run into the side of the river. It's the least worst option. Oh, it's okay, okay. The video is posted. Let me see by mega damage. Oh, it's a link. It's too. Not sure if I can throw that on the stream, but maybe somebody can. Oh, video is processing. Check back later. Video is processing. Check back later. But I'll definitely take a look at them later, Leon. Really cool. Or sorry, I doxed your real name in Discord. Mega damage. If you're interested, join the Discord. Discord.westerschelde.live. There's a lot of talk in there. You guys saw before me that a ship had ran aground actually here, because I was at the climbing gym when it happened. Well, there's a picture of the tugboats pulling it out of the out of the embankment, pulling it back into the water. I'm very curious to see that. It's going to be really fun. Maybe by next stream I can get it on the overlay for Sunday. We'll probably talk about it again on Sunday, and then I'll put the rescue operation on the overlay as well. I'll figure it out. Climbing gym stream when? Never? Why would I want to stream that? Hey Rama. First video is done processing. Oh, let me check it out. If you want, you can link it in the, or a mod can maybe link it in the chat as well. Oh, there we go. Pull, pull. So the tugs on the side are probably to like wiggle a bit, I guess. Look at that plume coming out of the exhaust as well. That's really cool. I'll try to get this on the overlay by next stream. That would be fun. The other one is also done rendering. Oh, he's going. There he is. There she goes. Hey, that's also how you named the video. There she goes. That's cool. Yep, back in the water. Nice. Thanks for that mega damage. Really cool to see. You got the Deseo coming by as well. Hey Big Barry, if you're interested in seeing how the big ship got tugged away, you can join the Discord. The videos are in there. Stream regular, already spotted her 7 times. It's one of the container feeders between Antwerp, Ghent and SEABOURN. Got an interesting looking Ro-Ro container ship on the way as well. See it in a minute. All the inland ships cannot wait to go into the new lock. There's so many of them moving now. Look at this galore. Let's maybe get a bit darker. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think over 10 ships will go into that one lock. Maybe even more if more start moving. That's crazy. Interesting ship. There's a railroad there. You can zoom in on it in a minute if you want. Just wanted to see all the ships move and all the cars that conveniently parked right next to us. I said there's no more spot on the area here to park. So we got a ro-ro over there. As we all know, the ships that are anchored over there usually are there for bunkering. So she's probably being fueled or gonna be fueled. The Orchid Ace. Funny, she came from Antwerp and then she docked there or anchored there. Fuel up first, then move on probably. It's also funny how a lot of these ships, when they go to the anchor spots there, they say Flushing, which is a spot in the UK. Because the city where they're at is also called Vlissingen, but often called Flushing in English. Yeah, I'm talking about, where is she? There, that city over there. And we also got another inbound ship right now. Are the locks closed? They're all about to reopen again, Robert. So because of the drought in Europe, the locks are closed around low tide and open around high tide. And I think at this point, all of them are closed until 2 hours before high tide, until 2 hours after high tide. Because I haven't seen a single ship go through it right now. So now that they are opening, they're all gonna go through at once. It's gonna be very packed in that big lock. Already see another ship coming off the canal as well. I think that's a tanker coming out of the canal. That one is entering the lock as we speak. This is the Happy Penguin. It's indeed a fun name for a ship. An LPG tanker. There's also a Flushing in New York. Yeah, I know about that one. There we go. Don't see the resemblance. It's just happy. Just a happy penguin. I think there's people who might be making pictures to sell their van. Maybe I should ask if they're selling and what the price will be. It's a good looking Ford van. I've seen them like arrange it so the sunlight goes into it. They're making photos, cleaning. Yep, more photos. Probably gonna sell their van. Does anybody want to donate a few 10,000s of euros so I can buy this van? Then we can be here and stream from the van in winter. That would be very enjoyable. Ask. I mean, it looks like a pretty damn fine van, so it's probably gonna be 50,000, 60,000. So we're gonna be the price, 50 to 60,000 euros. I want to buy Happy. No, I want to buy the van that the people are making pictures of. I mean, we can modify the van to make it convenient to stream from. Just mount some kind of like remote camera system on the roof, easy. But I also have to be comfortably warm inside, so that's why it would be nice. I think it also has solar panels on the roof, so yeah, it's the dream. We can donate a fireball and some old newspapers. No, I'm good, lockdown, thanks. Hey, Stuyvert, welcome. Hey Tajama, good evening. Those you are all just joining, we are awaiting a cruise ship tonight, the third one in a row, and also a 366 meter container ship right behind her. Yeah, so the flags is pretty simple. Let me explain. Let's do a bit of extra zooming. So the country flag on the top is basically called the flag of courtesy. So that's the flag of the country they're sailing in. So that will be the one on the top. Other flags on the top will be all red flag that indicate that there's dangerous cargo on board, and a red and white flag which indicates that there's a pilot on board. I'll share that red flag that we're seeing is a white one or a red one. We'll see maybe later. And then you have the flag in the back. You can just see it now, we'll see it better later. That is the flag of registration, so that is the flag the ship is sailing under. In this case, what is that flag, Turkey? What is she registered under? Oh, UK flag, what? Maybe that's a UK nautical flag, that is something that does happen. Was it red and white? No, it's not Canadian, that's pilot on board, yeah, there it is, it's red and white, yeah, red and white. So yeah, that means pilot on board. Interesting that she's not waving a red flag, so she's not carrying anything dangerous, even though she's fully loaded. Now I'm curious about the flag in the back. So some ships don't use just the national flag, but they do like the maritime flag of that nation. I'm not sure what is happening here. I think it's almost a Turkish flag. What is that flag? It's probably some nautical flag from the UK though. What is her home port? Douglas. Huh. Oh, it's the Isle of Man. Okay, thank you, UK brothers. Okay, bruvs. So it's the Isle of Man flag. Okay, that's why. Well, that's still the UK register, apparently. Are they obliged? I think they are mega damage. Now, do know that the DFDS ships, some captains have a pilot exemption. They have like a special training. They don't need to pick up a pilot necessarily. So if this is just a captain now that had an exemption, oh my god, poor fella. He doesn't even have the pilot to blame shit on. So it's possible that it was just the captain then commanding the ship. It's rare, but I do know some of the DFDS ships sometimes don't pick up a pilot because of that. Isle of Man is not in the UK? Oh no. Is that a touchy subject? Hey, class. Meanwhile, while the Happy Penguin is going away, we have the ACL Ro-Ro container ship approaching. Also a funky looking ship. We don't see them too often. They always look rusty as well, so I'm assuming that it might be a rusty situation. Isle of Man is in the flag database for collection. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Huh. There might be a problem then. I think that it's just, yeah, it's all automatically coded, of course. We might have to clean up the country list because some countries are probably not proper countries. There even was the EU Union flag at some point. The British Isles, Great Britain. Such a funny scheme. It's interesting. So it's really a thing on its own. Honestly, to me, it's all one big puddle, though. But interesting info, surely. Did not know that. Officially, it's not part of the UK. Is it like a border check then? If you go there, is it like passport control and everything? They even have their own currency. Did not know. I mean, I know it's famous for that, was it that motorcycle race thing? That's what it's famous for. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, go ahead, EG. Hit it. Although I don't think it will be anything special for collecting. I wonder what the name will be. The Atlantic Star. They are not part of the EU. Huh. That's cheap though. Marnix, I saw the thing you pinged me. 10,000 euros? What a steal. It does have almost 200,000 kilometers though. Probably would need a lot of refreshing, but 10,000 is not a bad price actually. What is it? Is it a diesel? Anyway, let's get back to the streaming. Hey Jan, welcome. You got promoted to navigator. Congrats. So, maybe for all the people who are joining in a bit later, I do want to show and talk about it again because it's so unique what happened here. We have the Primula Seaways, which is anchored over there. Why is it anchored over there? Hang on, looking for a certain picture. That was her this morning. That was how she was parked there. Third one toast, add one to the counter. You're the third person who says it. I think all three persons who said it are from the UK as well. Apparently it's a big UK meme. Can't park there, mate. There's even an emote. Oh my god. Well, let's say, yeah, so she lost her engine while coming into the canal here. She was scheduled to go towards the big lock, which was still closed. So because of her losing the engine, she had two options. She could keep going straight because she had no power to slow down, or she took a turn and ran into the embankment, causing a lot less damage. And yeah, potentially not really any, except for the damage on the wall, I guess, on the side of the river, not really much damage. So yeah, she's floating again. She was freed after about 2 hours. Potentially could have been faster from what I've heard. And she's scheduled to go in now at 9:45 tonight to the lock towards Ghent. I do wonder if she's going to go in on her own power or if she's going to be assisted by tugboats. How did she turn it out? But she was still going forward, right? So basically, she came into the canal here. She took the turn. And then she had to slow down because she had to go in there. But I believe the lock was still closed. So she had to wait a little bit. So she was trying to slow down. And during that maneuver, she lost power. So she couldn't completely come to a full stop. As we all know, these DFDS ships don't use tugboats if they don't have to. So she was without tugs. So she decided to take a right turn and run into the side of the river instead of those walls up there, because that would have been a lot more catastrophic, I think, if she ran straight into the walls, or even worse, into the lock doors or something, or the bridge. That would have been a lot more damage. So I think they got quite lucky, honestly. I think there's definitely also a lot of expenses. All the tugboats that had to free her will have to be paid. The damage on the wall will probably be an insurance thing, maybe. It does make you wonder if she shouldn't have at least one tugboat with her at all times when going into the canal. They can't right now, surely. We're on my own new backend system and there's no mod access yet. Something that I need to add. I'll probably work on that in 2 weeks. While I have a 10-hour ride on the train. Put some of my bad days at work into perspective. That's true. That is a really bad day at work. The guys from the tugboat company were excited when I talked to them. Figured their Christmas bonus was sorted for this year. Oh my God. Bonus income. How do they call it? Like one man's misery is another man's pleasure or income. Ever, don't smash your head into the keyboard. It's not worth it. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, you like what we do here, you like the content, don't forget to follow. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, you can like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. So we much appreciate it. Here we go. Meanwhile, the Atlantic Star is getting closer. Officially classified as container ship, but I think it also has ro-ro capabilities, so versatile ship there. Just under 300 meters, Maltese flag, going to Liverpool in the UK. 3,870 EUs. Also, if you're just joining, we are expecting another cruise ship today, third one in a row. Custom overlay system I developed, Stuyvert. It's my own thing. Hey Junebot, it's going right for us. Nah, not even close. Not even close. Also, after the cruise ship, we have a 366 very large container ship as well. So that's also exciting. No, that would be very high tech. Nope. I've already added it to the database as legendary. I was prepared this time. I am planning on overhauling the whole rarity system, but I manually prepared this cruise ship, so don't worry about it. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate that. YouTube has been nicely growing actually over the past 2 months. Can't complain about that. I think at some point in the future YouTube will overtake Twitch in terms of like followers. But it might be a while. You lost big. Don't worry, there's more game mechanics coming, like double XP, bonus things and everything. And somebody made a very interesting suggestion to turn the ranking into seasons. And I kind of like that idea, so that you have a new season. So once the season ends, you'll probably can get like an achievement for the first 10 or something, like a little trophy case that you can collect as well. And then we'll start a new season. And then there's a chance again for everybody to go to the first spot. I feel like that's kind of cool. Also, I think if we add the game, the battle mechanic, that might be something to like change rankings up a bit more, but I feel like not a lot of people will do the battle mechanic. No, I kind of like the idea of adding seasons to the ranking. Like every 6 months or something. Like once summer season ends, we reset it, then we have winter season. And then again, we'll have summer season 27. Something like that. I just noticed the ACL has the G on the chimney. Is this a subsidiary of Grimaldi Lines? I mean, you will always have your collection of cards, right? It's about the XP ranks. You were stuck around 30 for ages now, exactly. So you always keep your collection of ships, of course. That will never change. The cards you have is your collection, you have that. But ranking and the XP, yeah, kind of like that. Should keep overall, maybe. We'll see. Because it is a thing, like in a lot of video games that work with like rankings and seasons, it does reset to 0 every once in a while, and then you start ranking again. So it does make sense to do it. Yeah, so it's when the AIS is not properly received by Vessel Finder, e.g. So when it's like missing length and width, then it will turn gray suddenly until it gets it again or receives it again, and then it will turn back into the color that it should be. Because also the ship type comes through AIS actually. So if it's not receiving the AIS data properly from the ship, it doesn't know what type of ship it is, and then it goes to the gray color. Season all-time leader, maybe. Anyway, I'll talk to my programming buddy about it. We'll come up with some fun concepts as well. Subscribers get double XP days. Nah, I don't want to make it pay to win. I don't think it's fair. Because then a lot of people who are unable to monetary-wise support will ever be able to like beat you guys who are subbed. Hey Timmy, that's where we are. Yeah, exactly, Joro. Exactly the point. I also think trading would be a fun mechanic to add, but I also have to properly think about how we implement that and not just blindly trade stuff. Many IDs, guys. That's also a good idea, Winkelham. There's many IDs for the game. I would also like to make the UI a bit more like game-wise, because I feel like it's a very static website. But I'm not really a good graphical kind of guy. But it would be fun if you could make it a little bit more maybe animated, a little more yeah. If you get an achievement that like pops into your face or something, or if you get a card there's like a little animation, something like that. Plenty of ideas. I forgot to do a sail buy on this one. Damn it. I'm talking too much about the video game, the card game. Another big gap after this one, by the way. Not much moving. So I guess the one in the Westlock will probably soon come out. So very cool ship, right? This one. Like all the containers in the front, all in the back. Superstructure in the middle. And then still has a bridge to like be a ro-ro as well. So a very versatile ship. You're not sure when you complete it. Oh yeah, exactly. But it's a fun little project. I'm jiggling too many projects again, because I also have StreamBuddy that I'm building a whole new expansion for, which also takes time. That one does bring in more money than the card game, so I feel like I should prioritize that more on my to-do list. Sorry, guys. I mean, you know what I'm building. We're using it on the stream here. The alert system, the commands, it's all StreamBuddy now. The only thing that StreamBuddy doesn't have yet that I would like to add maybe is like a donation system. It's a container ship and a vehicles carrier at the same time, Stuyvert. It's a very versatile ship, so they can load containers on it, as you can see. But they also have the big bridge in the back there, so they can still roll vehicles on and off the ship as well. It's a multi-purpose ship. What is that? The dividers for stability, I guess, so they can strap the containers to those dividers. Yeah, I can build a card game in one shot. I've been considering like open sourcing the code of the card game, and then maybe we can collaborate on it. I know some of you are proper developers in the chat, so maybe that could be a thing. But I don't know yet. We'll see. Oh, hey Freya, good to see you on YouTube. Thank you for the sub. Oh, a bit moody lighting now as the ACL goes to the sun. Probably after my vacation that I'm doing next week, I'll properly wrap up the expansion for StreamBuddy, at least the first version. And then we can get a lot of beta users testing it. And then after that, I'll expand the card game. Add more features. We're really gonna have to count how many ships are going into the big lock. It's absolutely nutters. Let me check already. I think we can probably see now. Where's the cruise ship, by the way? Okay, nearing Westerschelde with the big container ship still behind her. That's gonna be a view. So, in the big lock, let's maybe go there while I look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? I think there's potentially 15 ships gonna go through it in one go. Holy, is that real? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's already 10 inside, and I still see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more. Maybe potentially even 5 going in. What? That is pretty crazy. Yeah, I think there's gonna be 15 ships in that lock. Yeah, there's gonna be a few if you would be there now on the bridge looking. It would be like a carpet of ships so in the lock. Mega damage, if you're still watching, have any idea what the record is for amount of ships that you guys push through a lock at one go? I don't think I've ever seen 15 of them in one lock. $15 is probably close to the record. Okay. We are here for the record-breaking lock action. Also, you got a hot air balloon. You know, you guys love a good air balloon. A hot air balloon, that is. Let's get her. Oh, why is that so? Let's loosen this up a tiny bit. Oh wait, am I tightening it up now? I mean, yeah, I know it's a very big lock. Camera, please. I believe in you. Here it is. Might be a corundum balloon. Travel company. Let's stay on this for a minute. Look how packed it is. I wish we could see more straight into it. Could probably fit even more if they use the outer doors. Oh yeah, good point. Also makes a difference. That's really crazy though. 15 ships. How many ships do you want? Yes. I'm gonna do another count. No, there is one ship that is like a side-by-side ship. So do we count that as 2 or 1? There's like Schrotrunner 1, Schrotrunner 2, but those 2 are like 2. I'm gonna count them as 2 because they were 2 ships. They were just tied to each other. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and if, yeah, 15. We're gonna have 15 inside of it. That's 1. Fine, count it as 1. So that's 14 ships. Doesn't sound as cool as 15 ships in one lock. There's a YouTube video in there somewhere. 14 ships, one lock. And then we watch them all go in or go out. That's the video. Oh, we got a container ship coming in as well. light it up a tiny bit. There we go. The Sea Trade Chile. Came from Vlissingen, oh, just up the river. So it has a capacity of 1,781 TEUs. If you're wondering what is a TEU is a 20-foot container. So most of the standard containers that we see are actually 40 foot. Although the ship, is this all 20 TEUs? No, that's 40s. You can see the two containers there side by side at the bottom. That's a 22 TEUs. And then the top one is a FEU. Oh, 16.7 knots. I mean, she does have the tide to come in with her, so she has a tide with her, but I think the pilot is in a hurry to be home in time. All right. Yeah, she's flying. Oh my goodness. She is speedy. It does take a lot of time to stop one of these, but if they're confident. And as I said, she does have the incoming tide to push her along as well. That's probably also why she's going fast. Just take a picture of the ship they have docked near the Oostland. The one is supposed to be going to Ghent. Oh, to be demolished. Okay. I drove by the Astoria in Ghent today as well. You know, the cruise ship that we saw come into the canal last summer. And the whole top part is gone. The last bit of a superstructure of the top is cut out now. So the only thing that's left is, actually, I think I have a photo of it. Let me try to search for it so I can put it on the overlay. Let me see. I took a photo a few days ago, but there's even more gone now, but maybe I can. Let's see. Astoria. Oh yeah, I do have a photo. Let me see. Preview. Is that a good one? I'll do both. Add this one. Call it Astoria 1. And then I'll add another photo. Astoria 2. Make sure you guys have something to look at while I do this. That one. Preview. Done. Create. So, for those of you who were here last summer, we saw a cruise ship built in the 1930s being tugged to Ghent to be demolished. Some of you will remember. This is how she looks today. I know it's far away and the sun was at an annoying low, but it's something. So you can see the whole top part of the cruise ship is completely gone. Waiting on all the reactions. Nobody cares. Or you guys not? Are you seeing it? Oh, you're seeing it. Okay. And then I also took this photo. Where is it? So many photos here now. Wait, where is it? Let's refresh for a second. Here, show. Rip Astoria, yeah. So as you can see, you can see it on the second photo probably a bit better. They like cut off the whole top part in sections. So they took like a big metal cutter, I guess, and then they just sliced through it. So really, really cool to see the progress. I wonder how long I will still be in the water. I'm guessing they're nearing the point where they have to like put her on a dry dock and then start cutting the hull in pieces or something. I will keep an eye on her. Every time I go to the climbing gym, I drive past her, so it's pretty nice. We got a tugboat coming out. All of you tugboat collectors. The VB Cavalier. Most of you will probably have this one already, but nonetheless. Also, if you're new to the channel and you're wondering why we're talking about collecting ships and cards, we have a little browser-based game that accompanies the stream. You can basically collect cards of all the ships that we see on the river. Everything is explained in the !collect command on how to play it, or in the YouTube description. There's also a link on how to play and join in on the game. You can collect ships, we can also get achievements and all that kind of jazz. And then we also got the Haldies. This is a joke for the Flemish people. Haldies. Oh, the Cavalier was one of the tugs that helped with the Primula. Nice. Maybe, surely. A lot of the river cruise ships are coming in, yeah, are just hovering around in this area because of the drought further inland in Europe. A lot of them stick closer to this area. I feel like we've seen a lot more cruise ships than other years. So I think we're gonna get a 15 ship in the lock. Multratug, the little Multratug utility thing is joining in on the fun. So we'll have 15 inland ships in that lock. Absolutely insane. Really, really cool. We should remember this, that there's been 15 ships in the lock in one go. See if we ever break it on stream. Is it a big lot? It's one of the biggest in Europe. It's not the biggest, but one of the biggest. I think it comes in like second, third position, something like that. But it is one of the bigger ones. The lock operator went from chilling for 4 hours and then managing 50 ships. Actually true. The problem is I'm not gonna fly the drone here at races. I do have a drone and we've flown it on stream, I think Monday we did it, but not in this spot. There's too much industry here and people get nervous these days when they see a drone. The cruise in yet, the cruise is inbound, but she's not here yet. I think another 45 minutes, hour, until she's in front of us. No, I haven't? Uh-oh. Oh, I might have added it to my test database. No. Well, it might show up as not legendary. Crap. Yeah, because it should already show it as a card. Oh, the one you saw. Oh, wait, hang on. Now, I thought you were talking about the cruise ship. I was nervous. Hang on, let me double check. Cards. What's the name of the ship again? I keep forgetting the OV something. Ovulation. OV. Only 19 ships with OV. No, it's in there. SEABOURN OVATION. No, it's in there. It will work. Yeah, the SEABOURN Ovulation. All right, so we're looking at the North Vision tanker ship coming from Ghent. Oh, I saw this one. I drove past it today. I was actually talking to the missus and saying, man, these things look big up close. Because I drove past this one while going to the climbing hall, and you drive like right next to it, so it was very close. Also, I'm out of water. It's annoying. Gildrecht lock is no. I think the biggest one is in Amsterdam, IJmuiden. I think that's the biggest one in Europe. Let's get a Minton instead of drinking. Ay, ay, ay. So I assumed this one was going to move soon, but apparently not yet. Let's slide over for a minute then. We can see the 15 ships being literally piled in there. I mean, there's room for one more, I think. Right, I got a bit of a gap in traffic again. Yep. Let me be real quick for all of you who joined later. We got the Primula Seaways over there. Very unusual spot to dock, you would say. I would say to you, absolutely, but she was docked in a really, really different place this morning. I think it is Sussex. That one is on the canal still. It's not coming out, it's docked there. It's one of the mooring spots. So yeah, that was the Primula this morning. She decided to park into the side of the river. Get out of here, Shirley. Nice try. Did I miss a crash? We all missed it. We weren't here. It happened at 10 a.m. this morning, the crash. Staying. Okay, good. Oh, Garbled said it as well. That's the 4th Kent Park there, mate. So that was how she looked. If we look up a little bit closer, where is that picture that I really liked? That one. That is how she was parked there. But luckily the damage was not that bad. Also got a picture of the bulb really sticking in there. As you can see, just a few scratches, just a lick of paint and she was good to go again. Oh, she probably still has the scratches on her. But yeah, long story short, why did this happen? She was coming in, per usual. She wanted to go into that lock, but I think she had to wait because the lock wasn't available yet. So she started slowing down, but then she got engine failure. And of course the options were go straight, hit the lock, cause a lot of damage. Go straight, hit the walls, hit a lot of damage. Or take a right turn, and then she literally went there into the side of the river. Yeah, she did block the west lock for a few hours while she was being tugged out. So it took about 2 hours, and then she was freed again. But yeah, she was stuck there for 2 hours, so pretty crazy. SEABOURN Ovulation, cool name indeed. Camera, please. I do remember that years ago we were always streaming on Friday mornings. Could have been us, we could have seen it happen live. Only one engine? Yes. It's not like an airplane. It doesn't have a redundancies like airplanes, I think. I think the main thing with this ship is that she never uses tugboats unless there's like storm winds or something. She can always maneuver by herself as long as the engine is working properly. So the moment her engine fails, she has no more tugboats to help her save the day, I guess. But yeah, I think overall it could have been a lot worse. I think it's not that bad what happened. I would have probably been screaming if it happened. Like, what is happening? What the frick? Somebody call 911 or something. I don't know. It would have been really cool to see it happen live, but yeah. I'm just glad everybody's fine. There's no big damage. I know it's Ovation. Appalauser 20, nice. Talking about cruise ship, look what I spotted beyond the tree line there. She's still on land right now. She'll come into the water in a little bit, but she's driving over there. They put wheels in under her. So she first has to drive further down because there's a ramp into the water a bit further down. Funny you say that. It took 30 minutes for the police and fire to be notified. They're like, it's nothing, it's nothing. We'll just reverse out of it. Don't worry. Anyway, so the cruise ship is inbound. You saw her over there in the distance. We'll see her up close in a little bit. It also means the big container ship should be right behind her. So we'll probably see that behind the trees as well in a minute. Exactly, it's just a scratch. Also, Mega Damage, who works at the locks, posted some fun videos of it being tugged free again. It's in the Discord if you want to see those. I'd probably get them on the stream next stream on Sunday, but I can't right now. Oh, we got a tanker coming as well now. Cool. Missed that one. This is the Atlantis Antibes. 105 meters long. She has had quite a few incidents, Sussex. In 2019 or 18, she also got grounded here. And then I believe in 19 or 18, yeah, it's 2 years, she also had an incident with a ship at Vlissingen, so. Maybe that's the incident with the city of Rotterdam. So she does have quite a history, the Primula, but she's still going strong. But maintenance, if anything, these DFDS ships always are in like pristine condition. Paint always looks very cool, very well maintained, but yeah. That's one thing I do wonder, Jaro, like, I get it, these ships are very versatile and maneuverable and they don't need any tugs, but that's fine until an engine fails. Especially when they're like maneuvering towards the locks. Maybe they should like mandate it one tug at least. But I guess it saves money, right? Not having to use a tugboat. I do know that the FDS pays extra to have priority access to the locks actually. Oh, the Antibes is coming in as well. So they are paying extra as well to have priority. Then again, if you do this maneuver, these ships do come in like almost every other day. There's one of the FDS ships going in and out. There's 3 of them rotating between Gothenburg and Ghent. If you only need a tugboat once every 500 times you maneuver here, is it even, yeah, I don't know, cost saving. Busting the door down. Well, today it did, Jaro. Today it did. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful shot. Low sun hitting her on the side now. Beautiful. There's 16 ships. No, one counts as one. There's 2 that count as one, so there's 15, Jacob. Some captains are pilot exempt, Sussex, and this one apparently was not waving the pilot flag, so it is possible that this did not even have a pilot on board when it happened. Hey Mike, welcome. So whether a ship is pilot exempt is not depending on the ship, but on the captain of the ship actually. Some captains have like a special license to sail on the river, as they are always going between Ghent and Antwerp, so they do this route so often that they get the pilot exemption certificate or certification. Any further news? She's still here, Mike. I'll show her in a minute as we follow the Atlantis in. She is scheduled to go into the big lock, the new lock, at 9:45. So she looks okay. Her bow seems to be perfectly intact, no big damage. It's late. It's probably because of the limited lock opening hours with the drop. She probably had to like fit in at a certain slot, because we just saw no less than 15 inland ships go into the new lock, the big one. So if I pan over there, currently right now in there are 15 ships together. So it's really, really busy. So I assume she had to wait until there's a room for her to go through. The only thing I still wonder about is if they'll add a tug to her now, or if she can go on her own power after this incident. I really have no idea. Also, I keep waiting for this tanker to come out, but she keeps being stuck in the log there. Meanwhile, the 366 meter ship is also moving. Let's see if we can show it. Wait, we're already way too far. Way too far. There she is. No, the only thing I know is that it wasn't a complete engine blackout. From what I heard from somebody working at the locks, who's also watching the stream on YouTube, they were apparently going straight towards the new lock. So they had a choice. They could ram the new lock, which would be a lot worse. So they decided to throw over the rudder to the side, and then they crashed into the side of the river. Which, yeah, a lot less damage was given or taken. She's except for that one row, she is very well stacked. The MSC ship we're about to see later. So there's another one for later, just like the cruise ship. They might still be repairing. So when they pulled her out, Lindsay was already back on her own engine. So it really was like a short engine failure at a critical moment. It does make you wonder what happened though. We'll probably never really know what happened, but maybe somebody pressed the wrong button and they shut down the system. Imagine. That would be crazy. Look at her reverse thrusting the Atlantis to slow down. So that's basically what the maneuver, what the DFDS was doing. And then they lost their engine and kept going forward. They said we have 4 tugboats, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be all kinds of other costs as well. Think the lock, they blocked the lock for a little bit. They had some other services come by. The damage on the side of the river that has to be repaired. I was also thinking about that, St. Gregory, because you have, like for example, on airplanes you have so many redundant systems when something goes wrong, but I feel like for ships there's a lot less redundancy than there is for airplanes. No, I don't think so, Sussex, because Antwerp is unable to receive bigger cruise ships than they are right now. Simple reason is that they have to make a 180-degree turn in Antwerp, and the river is quite narrow there. Why is everybody driving through the grass today? What's up with that? So about 200 to 230 meters is the limit for Antwerp. No, it's not new, Garbled. This is the spot where we are mostly at, actually. I also think Antwerp doesn't want too much big cruise ships either. They do get a lot of river cruise ships though, a year. Like the one we're about to see is about the max size for Antwerp. Guys, so basically our spot is, we are standing up the embankment. Why am I standing here? Because then we have a view on the lock, which is over there, but we can also turn around, and then here we have the river. But indeed you can park down here, right? Then you're standing by the water on this piece of asphalt. But then you don't see the lock because you're down an embankment. Oh, meanwhile the cruise ship is completely visible now. Let me stand up. There she is. Stuck in the... Oh, we got some action on the Primula. Got one of the utility vessels probably dropping off personnel, maybe? Maybe they're dropping off the pilot. Would they hide? Did they hide it? Destination not available. Yeah, no idea. Maybe they're just lazy. They didn't want to fill it in. I know, Verakan, but I'm not here. I'm on vacation with the family, so I'll be unable to stream that day. Otherwise, I 100% would have streamed the eclipse while being here. All right, Mega Damage. Catch you on Sunday. Yeah, somebody's gonna go on or off the ship. Also, I never knew there was a door there. It's the first time I see that door. Today I learned. This looks like some kind of engineer that's coming off. This scale is insane. Gives you a sense of scale, right? Seeing a person climb down it. Oppa, there he goes. Wait, there's another guy. Maybe they did some inspections in the belly of the ship. Make sure there's no leaks or other issues down there. Up. That could have potentially be a pilot, actually, the last one. Maybe they're getting another pilot for the last stretch. His shift is up. Although, yeah, we're assuming that they might not even have had a pilot when it happened, because they didn't wave the pilot flag. It's not really a tug, right? It's just a small, it's number 4. Is it Multratug 4? It's probably a Montes company, Montes Mooring. Wait, we're still on the digital zoom. Oh, let's get out. Out! There we go. The lawyers are already there. You were talking about having a pilot flag. That's it. The red and white one. That indicated there's a pilot on board. And according to Mega Damage, who was here when it happened, they didn't see that red and white flag. No, camera, please. Got a little pleasure craft. Let's not zoom in too much, just in case if their person sailing it is naked. I will never forget that. Traumatized for life. The SEABOURN, and then behind her another little coaster. A few coasters. They're probably all gonna go to Ghent, all coming in for the lock opening. The Niklas going to Ghent, as I thought, from Southampton in the UK. Special flag to one of their naked. That would be a good one, actually. I like that idea. We'll probably never see Naked Sailor again. Watch it happen again, my dude. Watch it happen again. And with how prudish Twitch is, we don't want it to happen again. She's loaded with scrap metal. You know her? You can't even see. Guess you know. The tanker's taking, yeah, the tanker's taking a long time. Oh, it's out now though. Or it's moving at least. Doors are open and I see the tug in front of it. So they're moving out. We sailed for some years, never seen one. All right. It's only on the river here. It's a European thing, as St. Gregory, probably. We are less prude than the US when it comes to nudist stuff. Meanwhile, the cruise ship is about to take the corner towards us. Neat. Yeah, you even got nudist beaches here, close to where we are. There's an official one. How long would it be? Like 25 minutes from here. There's an unofficial nudist beach about 10 minutes from here. Bredene? No, Groete. Bredene is further away. That's another one that's here. But if you cross the river, there's multiple as well. So we love to be naked. Although the unofficial one has turned into like a gay cruising spot. You really don't want to go there. It's all just naked men with cock rings on. It's really not enjoyable, that one. Go to the official one. That's family friendly. Oh, you missed that story. When we were cycling along the river, we told that story. So, I think it's already a decade ago now. A decade ago, there's a little patch of beach on the other side of that chemical plant. So quite a bit that way, all the way past those big silos as well. There's a small beach. It's only accessible from one spot. And people were using it as a nudist beach, although it was never declared a nudist beach. So one day the cops came by and they started writing down people for being naked in public, which is apparently an offense, which I kind of get. So it went to court, and the judge argued that people are allowed to be naked there. So ever since the cops stopped coming by and writing up people, because it's basically the court decided that it's not an official nudist beach, but they can still be naked there. So that escalated into it's turning into a gay cruising spot. I think because of that, because of cops never showing up anyways, because they don't want to be there, because whenever they write something up, the judge will just say, yeah, it's fine. It turned into a gay cruising spot. So that's the backstory of that place. I didn't know that. One day, me and the missus like to go to like little remote areas in nature and just walk around and explore there. We love the peace and quietness of not seeing a single soul around us. And so I was looking at Google Maps in this area to see, what is available, what is in this area. And I saw this little beach area on the map. I saw the little parking area right next to it. I was like, that looks like a fun spot. So one day, I went on a walk to that area because I wanted to check it out before taking the missus there. So I went there, started walking. First area is not really the gay cruising area. That is supposed to be the quote normal nudist beach. And I started seeing naked people standing there. I was like, that's a bit weird. I was like, I guess it's a nudist beach then. So I kept walking. I was walking on the pavement, not the beach area itself. So how the beach is basically pavement. Behind it, there's a bit of bushes, and then there's a very small stretch of sand. So that's how it is. So there was basically bushes between me and the naked people on the sand. So I just keep walking further down this little patch of beach. And suddenly there's like a very big bush. And I saw like a guy without a shirt. That's all I saw, just his bare chest sticking out of that bush. Like, hello. He didn't say hello, but it was just like, like a little cuckoo coming out of the nest or something. And I kept walking, and that bush was full of men. All of a sudden I saw a man walk out of it with a cock ring on his, That's when I knew something was not correct or not right. So then after I visited, I made a U-turn, by the way. After that, I went back to the car. But after that, I looked it up, and apparently it's a very, very famous spot on a website called Gay Cruising or something. So that's how I learned. Well, I do agree, St. Gregor, that Europe has way too many laws and regulations. We're going into hell with them. It's really bad. It's my new favorite spot. I haven't been there since. The closest I've been was when we did the cycling. We cycled almost past it. But then I did a detour, so we didn't go past it. Fun gratitude. Also going to Ghent by the looks of it. Yep. Cool story, bro. We got a lot of hot air balloons out today. 2 over there. Now we're hot air balloon spotting for a minute. That's 2 of them over there. Those are going away from us. Oh no, wait. No, they're actually coming towards us, those 2. And then I saw, yeah, above the locks are more. There's one over there. There's one over there below the cranes. There we go. Oh, and there's one there as well. Akalas, thank you for the tier 1, my dude. 6 months. Welcome back. How are you, buddy? Condas, have you heard the news of this stranded ship? Can this man please move over for a minute? Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, there's a lady there as well. You've heard? Not an ideal situation, yeah. So she's still over there. If you're just joining, this is what she looked like earlier today. She had an engine failure and they had to make like an emergency maneuver to the right. Yeah, it was already there. So they pulled it out after 2 hours. And there's a video of it in Discord. Somebody who works at the locks filmed it. Yeah, that's not the one side. That's what it looked like from the front. Would you find this picture also interesting about it? Where is it? This one. You can see that they tried to throw the anchor down to prevent them hitting the wall at all, or the side of the river, but that didn't help. I think it was too little, too late. But yeah. So very busy again now, as you can see. That's probably why she's going in later. She's scheduled to go into the new lock at 9:45 tonight. So the person who works at the locks said that they didn't see a red and white flag on the ship. So potentially, I know some captains of these DFDS ships have a pilot exemption license or certificate. So potentially it could have been just a captain on the ship actually, and not a pilot. That being said, they did do the wisest decision not to crash into the locks, I guess. That would have been way worse. All right, let's watch. I think they're getting rid of the tow line now. Yep, pulling it in. It takes a long time to get to the emergency steering station, along with tight corridors and the lower decks and total darkness. Really? My goodness. Yeah, indeed, it must have been scary. The pilot flashed that Maltese flag. No, because the Maltese flag would be at the back of the ship, not at the top. The pilot flag gets waved at the top. Black smoke on the tug. She was getting the hell out of there as the North Vision is speeding up. Going to Rotterdam, short up north. Also, if you're just joining, we do have a cruise ship underway and a 366 very large container ship. So there's no like electric backup system on this for the steering. Interesting. Connors has worked on these big ro-ro cargo type ships, so I trust their knowledge. So you really have a wind-up telephone that's connected to the bridge, and a hand pump to get hydraulic pressure to the rudder. If that really was the case, then they did a great job maneuvering away from the locks. Do the pilots bring their own flag? No. A ship has a flag room usually. But you guys have a flag room at your house? I have a flag. No, I don't have a flag room. The ship you sail on has emergency steering, 24-volt controls on the bridge, so there's no hand pumping. Okay. So there's different systems in place then. Oh, look at that smoky puff. Full throttle ahead. So does the tugboat on the side there, my goodness. Also did a nice little black puff of smoke. How modern. I also think there's a Grimaldi ro-ro on the horizon now. Let's see. Radar for a second. Not sure I'm gonna wait for that one though, we'll see. Yeah, the Grande Amborgo. So it's like a Rammstein concert. All it's missing is a little bit of fire going out of that chimney. Hey, you got an extra hour to enjoy the stream, Dutch fella. What are you complaining about? You will miss the cruise ship though if you're leaving now. It's very unfortunate. Well, the oil tankers have cranes to hoist things on and off the ship, to connect hoses. An hour later in bed, I mean, you're picking up your girlfriend. Are you really gonna sleep? Come on. There's another rig ship on the way. Suddenly the rig ships keep appearing. Yeah, it's cruise around the manifold area. It's a good name for it. So basically you see all these dots here, and you also see the markings on the hull. That's all connector points where hoses can be connected for loading and unloading stuff from the ship. So they can also use that crane to like pick up a big heavy hose and attach it there. Wow, look at her shine in the golden hour sun. Cruise ship is going to be right on time for golden hour as well. What do you mean, EG? He's the crane. He's not the manifold. It's getting chilly though with the sun setting. I can't believe we're gonna get 30 plus degrees for a whole week again next week. It's gonna be horrible. A lot of oil tankers have a double hull, actually, St. Gregory. I'm not sure about these, but I know the crude oil tankers have a double hull. So basically, if the first layer gets pierced, you're in the ballast tanks, you're not yet in the reservoirs. So they do have extra protection for collisions. So that double hull also serves a double purpose because it is used as a ballast tank. For those of you who are wondering what a ballast tank is, basically when a ship is empty, it might be too high in the water to be stable. We don't want to capsize it, so they fill up tanks with seawater, so they're deeper. They weigh more and they're deeper in the water, and then they're more stable. For oil tankers, it's mandatory. I'm not sure, and for these chemical oil tankers, like these ones as well, Akamas? Because this is not like a crude oil tanker, right? It's a chemical products tanker. But it's probably also mandatory for these. They started the double hull after the Exxon Valdez incident. Never heard of that, but I assume a lot of oil got leaked. The LPG tanker Asylum does not have a double hull because the tankers itself are separate. Makes sense. Meanwhile, the big ship is coming, and then there's a rower on the other side there as well, and we got the cruise ship inbound. Third cruise ship in a row, very exceptional. And also, what is that thing over there? Oh, that's just a general cargo ship in between. Lieselot passing again soon. Another MSC ship? What? Oh, it's the Asperger. Oh, another Asperger. I thought it was MSC Lieselot. It was on March 1989. I was 2 years old, so yeah, I probably don't remember. I mean, I do think even just like airplane industry, the shipping industry gets better and better with each accident that happens, I assume. So this is another Asperger ship. We saw this one a few days ago. So she ran aground in Alaska, ruptured her hull and spilled oil off her cargo hull. Yeah, sounds really bad. Most rules have come into effect due to accidents, but that's always how it goes, right? That's just the same for almost every single law. Was like invented because of some incident or something that happened. and then it gets stretched and abused, the laws. That's how it goes. Safety rules are written in blood. That's a nice saying, that's for sure. I feel like the one industry that's like extremely good at learning from mistakes is the airline industry. I feel like there's no match in learning than what those do. There's a couple trying to make, I don't know, TikTok videos maybe, or some kind of thing. And they were looking for a way to mount their camera on the ground. And I saw him, like, you know, a headrest of a car. He took it out of his car and tried to plant it in the ground to have like a stand for the phone. It was absolutely hilarious. But the ground is so dry and hard that he couldn't stamp it into the ground. We already have 20 Aspergers in the database. There you go. You see, nothing can go wrong until it does. That's always the case. So let's show you guys a little TikTok action that's going on right there on the right hand side. We'll go back to the Asperger in a minute. Look at that. Oh. Oh, that was it? We're just trying to make a photo. Oh, okay. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Sorry, you cannot sing. We're gonna get demonetized on YouTube. Cannot have that. Ooh, I think the Wagenborg ship is actually gonna come out. The Roro. Dude, I'm gonna be here until sunset again, aren't I? I just wanted to catch the cruise ship. Hey, Svanto. Hello from Sweden. Hello from the Netherlands. I just found it kind of funny that guy took a headrest out of his car and tried to like plant the two pillars into the ground, but he couldn't. The front fell off. Oh, they're smooching again. Yeah, you can scythe. You can, yeah, then you have two cards of it. You collected it twice, so it's just gonna show up as one card on the website, but you have two of them. Holy moly! Mr. Saint Gregory, thank you for the 50 euros. Some support. I'll do the TTS because for some reason Stream Elements doesn't do TTS anymore. Some support for your streams. Thank you, dude, for the 50 euros. Appreciate the support. Pays some of the data costs. Amazing. And as you all know, I try to invest as much as I can back into the stream. We are getting a live view soonish, probably within the next 2 weeks, and I will probably be able to do 1440p, so 2K streams. So the stream will look even better. At least that's the plan. It's 50 years toward the streaming van, so we can be here in winter. Yeah. We're trying to raise money for a van, guys. It's probably going to be like 50 to 60,000 euros for a camper van, so we can be here in winter in a heated van, still look at the ships. Just kidding. And airplanes. Dude, I wish I had a major airport near me. I would do a lot of plane spotting as well. I'd probably combine it on the channel, do both ships and planes. But yeah, Brussels airport is really not worth it. Bring a sauna tent. That's the most Finnish thing I've ever heard of Canvas. Buy a second-hand Google Street View car. You did them for a little while. What airport? Because I do feel like if I would be living close to Heathrow or something, or even Schiphol in the Netherlands, lots of plane spotting to do there. All right, so we got 2 more tankers. It's really tanker heavy right now. And after that, I think we'll proceed to the cruise ship. Stansted, okay. What is that? A lot of Ryanairs that you can see then? A lot of 737-800s. Where's that Luton that they fly on mostly? No, it's Stansted, right? It's a bit too much. It's a bit darker. I could also keep it moody. This one is called the Ellen Asperger. Oh, we have 2 Aspergers crossing each other. We gotta get that in one frame. 2 Aspergers. 90% Ryanair, yeah, thought so. Indeed, lots of Aspergers. Wonder if they're like waving at each other now. Hey. So it does look like they're going to enter to load up, because the one inbound is empty, the one outbound is definitely loaded. They're not even hugging, imagine. They're like scraping against each other. And then we also got Alexi... What the hell? Elise Alex Schulte. What a name. The Elise Alex Schulte. Another tanker going to Antwerp. Private jets, yeah. But I feel like if you want to do streaming for ship spotting, I feel like having 747s or 380s or 777s, that's what you really want to get for the viewers, right? At least that's what I would really want. That's why I don't like Brussels, because there's a lot of just smaller traffic. Elisa Alex. It was like they tried to name their kid Eliza, but we also wanted to name it Alex. So they went for Eliza Alex? I don't know. Oh, there is a good amount of cargo, 7. So, okay, fair. I don't know much about Stansted. You go to Oshkosh before St. Gregory? I think that's the main one, right? For like rare planes. Oshkosh is like the Valhalla. So with Ellen, we now have 21 Aspergers in the database. Nice. I wonder how many Aspergers there are in the world. They have them everywhere. Okay. The only one I know about is Oshkosh. I think it's one of the bigger ones then, at least. Maybe. Maxim. Whoa, Sussex go in the corner for 5 minutes. Some of these airports can be quite plain. 5 minutes in the Bad Joe corner. You can sail 200 old ships. That's crazy. While doing the bicycle tour 2 weeks ago now, we saw a replica. Well, we kind of saw it, but the stream was scuffing up. That's true, London. That is true. Oh. I got news on the Primula. She's smoking. The engine is spinning. Or maybe it's just the backup generator. But there's some exhaust coming out of her. So she's moving. Oh, she's starting up. I guess in an hour. She is expected to go into the lock in an hour from now. All right, that being said, let's go here for our main attraction for today now in a few minutes. Once these two ships have passed, we'll see her get closer. It's the SEABOURN OVATION. Tug's at the ready, not a single tug near her right now. The couple is still making photos. They're really going at it, aren't they? Guys, you're making a photo into the sunlight. That's not how it works. You should... If I had my camera, I would approach them. I would ask them, do you guys want me to make some photos of you? I didn't bring my photography camera. The Star of India, 1863, wow. One of the oldest sailing ships. Yeah, that must be. I know, gee, I know. I was just being silly. I think you missed it, Cactus Jack. I don't see it anymore, the orange ship. It's gone. Yeah, it does look like the Wagenborg is also going into the lock. Oh, dude, I thought we were gonna do a short stream. We're gonna end up with another 4-hour stream, of course, as always. Yeah, that's heavy, Cactus Jack. Nothing we can do about that. You should tell her to come home later. Yeah, I think it kind of works though, but it's not ideal yet for mobile. That's another thing. It would be really fun if you could turn the ship carts into an app. Look at that, different looking cruise ship. I like it. It's getting quite chilly with the sun setting though. Oh. If you want, you can put her on the overlay, it's fine. There's not much else until she's here, so she's gonna be our main focus now. Get her on. She's going to Dover, actually, in the UK. I can already spoil that. There it is. The SEABOURN OVATION. Should be a legendary. Make sure it is a legendary before you collect it. Let me know if it isn't. 211 meters long, 36 meters wide. Built in 2018, so only 8 years old. Pretty new. Of course, as every cruise ship in the world. Just joking. Sailing under the Bahamas flag. So you can get married on board, upscale. And she's going to, as I said, Dover in the UK. I know, Toomba, I'm joking. I know it's the Ovation. I've just been on purposely saying it wrong every single time. Wow, there's some heavy sneezing going on there. guys heard that? My goodness. It's like the other side of the grass field. Was a kiddo even sneezing? Whenever I have like a very heavy sneeze, the missus always said like I'm sneezing like an old grandpa. Like, oh, I'm getting old. You passed 2 collectors with that. There you go, Jacob. Get your legendary carton. You don't get too many cruise ships on the river, so now's the time to get your cruise ship collection bigger. Yeah, she's still a few kilometers from where we're standing right now. It's good for your flag knowledge. True, true. Still rocking the Belgian flag as well. The couple is still making photos. The guy must be like, dude, this is staying forever. They're still like, every time she goes to the trunk of the car, sets up her phone, then she walks back and then, kiss me. Then she walks back. And they do it all over again. Yeah, it's quite competitive science, but somebody had a really good idea, and I think I'll probably work on it in the next few weeks or months, is to have seasons for a leaderboard. So we'll have a season, and then after, when the season ends, you get like a trophy if you're in the top something something, and then a new season starts, and you can everybody has a chance to start fresh and catch up with the hardcore players. AEG test, something wrong. Yes, what's wrong? Did the stream die? Wait, it makes no sense. Stream is fine. Okay. Chat is Borg. Oh, Twitch is cocking up. Okay. If you're having issues on Twitch, I guess now I can legally say it. If you're having issues on Twitch, you can just watch and chat on YouTube. I can also see YouTube chatters, or Kick if you're really adventurous. You can go to Kick as well if you want to keep chatting. Do better, Twitch. You already take 50% from our money. Make sure your service works. I do want to record the sail by of this one, by the way. Oh, look at that shot. With the big one in the background. Oh, that's beautiful. I was looking up this ship. I was looking up a picture of this ship to make the thumbnail for the YouTube video. And apparently this thing has a veranda suite rooms. I don't know what it is, but I guess that there's a lot of glass involved. It's fine, EG. Don't worry about it. It happens. I'm sure those 5 cents that I miss will not make the difference. It's getting quite chilly though. Love to go on that. These are usually very luxury cruises, Mike. They're very expensive, a lot more expensive than your average mainstream cruise. I'm not sure about this one, Akandas. I'm not sure. I guess it's probably going to be around 60 though. It's very typical for these smaller cruise ships is that they're more luxury oriented. So there's less facilities on board, but everything's more luxury. Like the food will be a bit more luxury and stuff like that. You wear your shore crew hoodie to work? Hell yeah, brother. Okay, I'm gonna record a sail by here in a minute, so bear with me. Yep, so let's make sure we have the whole ship in frame. Yep. Yeah, I'll keep talking. I'll mount some other stuff above it. Look how sharp the tip of that ship was. Did you see that? So pointy. It's one of the most pointy tips that we've ever seen on the river, I think. Also, look at all that glass up there. It looks also cool. Very good looking ship, actually. The bow is pretty yeah, exactly. I had the same idea. Just gonna record until she is... There we go. Just look how pointy that thing is. Look how sharp. It's really cool. So we can get some people on board. Is that the fitness area? People working out there? No, it's not. Where's all the people? Is this a ghost cruise? I don't see a single soul. Oh, wait. Yeah, but that's Versonel. That's a buffet restaurant, probably. Why is there nobody on the ship? Where's the people? There's people. There's a guy. There's a guy. Is he naked? No. Okay. Okay, there's at least a few people on board. Oh, yeah, there's multiple Schnurdo. We've seen quite a few. You'll see 2 of them now. There's more around us. There's 400 crew members on board. Really? I know it has capacity for 600 passengers. So the passenger capacity is 600 of the ship. They're all gambling in the casino. I mean, I guess they're probably all rich people, so they're all ready for that's actually not really... Might be correct on that one. Holy moly. Somebody on YouTube, Samuel, looked up the prices. From 12,000 euros to 36,000 euros for this trip. Antwerp to Iceland. Wow, what a trip. So, yeah. What are the round balls? It's probably radar systems, the round balls. There's about 1,600 works of art by 120 artists displayed on board. Woo. Yeah, Iceland would indeed be a very nice destination. But 12,000 to 36,000 euros. Holy crap. I would have to save up years for that. So yeah, as I said, all these smaller cruise ships are really like targeted at like luxury and a lot more expensive than your average big MSC cruise ship, or what is it, the Of the Seas cruise, the Disney cruises, the AIDA cruises. All of those cruises are a lot more affordable. Still expensive, but more affordable. Dover the water dull destination. I mean, I would say the same for Antwerp, but I live here, so. But that's another thing with these very expensive luxury cruises in Western Europe. Their destinations are never really like exotic or exciting to me. You can do like these little cruises from Zeebrugge to Rotterdam to Southampton to Le Havre back to Zeebrugge. That's like, bro, that's boring. Ja, geen probleem. Bro has such a tiny car that it didn't even go into the frame. I was like, can I pass? I was like, yeah, dude. Okay, let's try to get a bit of a more beautiful shot right here. Oh, look at that. Let's make it a bit more moody now. Oh. See, that's why you guys come here. That's why you guys come here. This is the money shot. Right? That's why you come here, right? We do have to go back to the next big ship though in a minute, actually. Wait, is that really a thing, St. Gregory? Is it a pineapple cruise? Is it for swingers? Did we miss something here? Is it a swingers cruise? Hello? Wow, if you want to go, you can go even further. You can go from Reykjavik in Iceland all the way across the Atlantic to Canada and then the eastern US coastline with New York City. Total of 37 days, starting at 18,500 euros. My goodness. All right. Now let's look at the Elegant Voyager for 1 second, but I'm going to turn towards the big ship in a minute. Yeah, it's just transiting for sure. That's why you didn't see anyone. They're all getting jiggy in the rooms. The MSC Josefina, 366 meters long, 51 meters wide. She can carry 16,000 and a little bit probably TEUs, 20-foot containers. She's going to an interesting destination that I've never seen before on stream. Gioia Tauro in Italy. And indeed, it's another legendary ship. We've spotted 13, why is it running double? We've been having an issue for a while. Spotted 113 unique MSC ships so far. This is another new one. Nice. By the way, we missed it while we were looking at the big cruise ship, but there actually was a river cruise that came out of the canal as well. That came out of a small lock. I totally missed that one. She's already over there now. That is what it is. All right, let's go back here. It's a big boy. It's big, not the biggest, but definitely one of the big boys. So I learned that these ships, the 366 meter ones, also have 2 pilots on board. Same as the 400 meter ones. They also need 2 pilots, mandatory. After this one, I am gonna wrap it up for today though, because I'm cold. Should have brought long trousers. Did not think that. Just gonna go throw something in the bin real quick while I'm waiting for this one. Guys, don't go anywhere. I'm going to the bin. I wonder if the mic will hold all the way there. It's like, I don't know, 50 meters, something like that. Yeah, somewhere between 30 and 50 meters. Okay, I'm now at the bin. Let me know if you heard me at the bin. You can say banana in chat if you heard me. I'm walking back to the car. I wonder if there'll be bananas in the chat. Wow, the range on that mic is crazy. That's really nice. I should actually walk far away and see how far I can walk before you guys lose me. Do I want to leave all the stuff here though? Let's try it, it's fine. I'll just run. All right, I'm gonna walk towards the... Wait, how will I... Oh, I just bring the phone with me. Then I know... All right, let's see if we can... see how far I can walk without you guys. There is one for MSC, Ryle. I'm pretty sure. I think you have to look again. I think there's 50 MSC ships that you have to get. I don't even know. I should pull up my own stream, see how it looks. How do I watch my own? I don't even know how to watch my own stream. Oh wait, the Wi-Fi is disconnecting, of course. So do you still hear me? Wait, oh, you don't hear me. Oh, that's... What? That's a sad range, actually. It's fine when I turned around. Oh, really? That's funny. Wait. Let's go a little bit down again. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You can hear fine still? What the heck? I'm almost downstairs. So cute. Types 942 if you can hear me. $69,420. $69,420 in the chat. 69,420. Okay, breaking out. Okay, so this is about the rate. That's impressive. That's like 100 meters. It's really nice, actually. There's somebody parking next to my car. They're gonna steal my stuff. Oh, quickly go back. Go, go, go. It was good when I turned around. Okay, so my body blocks a lot. I am made out of a lot of lead, I guess. I'm a lead-heavy person. No, that's really good range on these little mics. I like them. They've been very good to me. All right, I'm back controlling the camera. It was a nice little extra to do. Oh my God, there's an interesting looking Ro-Ro. Don't look at it, don't look at it. There's so many interesting ships coming. No. I'm a sack of watery meat. Okay. So I would wear like the mic on my hat and it would be even better, I guess. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I also want to record the sail-by of this one when she's close. She's so big she doesn't fit on the cart. Fitting. Yeah, it won't be cold next week when I'm sitting in the tree hut with no AC and 36 degrees. I'll be butt naked, still sweating. Yeah, interesting site. I think the windbreaker thing is really becoming a thing this year, actually. Probably when they ordered the ship, windbreaker wasn't a thing, so it was delivered in 2025, but they probably started building on it a lot earlier. It's a very common name, actually, in Belgium, Josephine. Not Josephina, but Josephine. Yeah, so it's not a total... No, it looks very fresh, actually. Look at the paint job on that. A very fresh ship. And if we do names, we can see from which month in 20... She might not even be a year old. She's from May... Okay, she's a year old. She's from May 2025, so she's a year and 3 months. It was Napoleon's first wife. It's just such a massive thing. I always try to like get some scale going, but it doesn't translate on camera how big this thing is. Probably the board of directors probably gets to choose the names, the owners. No, that's how the pilot will get off later at the exit of the river. So we'll climb down the ladder onto the ship. So if you keep your eye out on that door, that's a door. The door becomes a little dot. I mean, just the MSC letters is like a 3 to 4 story tall building by itself. All right, I'm going to do the recording. Make sure we're zoomed in properly. Yep. If you notice how there's literally zero wake behind her, there's like nothing. There's no water turbulence at all almost. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speed that up if I want to turn it into a short, I think. 5 minutes later. There's a few factors DJ changed, but the reason I started doing it 2 years and a half ago actually. Oh my god, hang on while we talk. Oh, look at that. We got a proper sunset now. 2 years and a half is because I came here because I found it very relaxing. I was a bit stressed and dealing with some anxieties and all kinds of shenanigans, you know, mental shit. We all go through it at some times. Coming to the river relaxed me a lot. And then I got the idea, because I was already streaming for 5 years or something back then. Maybe I can try to stream it. Maybe the relaxing vibe will translate on the stream, and people also like the ships like I do. And yeah, it did. And now we're 2.5 years later, and we're still doing it. Also, I did grow up by the canal. I grew up on a town on the canal here towards Ghent, so I did see these big ships my whole life. One of the key memories I have of these ships is laying in bed at night. My house was like, I don't know, 100 meters in a bird's eye flight from the canal. And I heard the big rumble of these engines. Actually, the DFDS ship that we saw earlier, those ships, when you're in your bed at night and it's quiet, you hear the big rumble and it's like, okay, I cannot do that noise, but whenever I now hear that noise standing here, it always brings me back to that time when I was still a child, not a care in the world, just laying in my bed, trying to go to sleep, and hearing that heavy rumble in the distance. So yeah, that's the thing. And I do like plane spotting as well, so this is kind of like a slower version of plane spotting. So that's another thing. So there's a few layers to it. Can confirm the relaxing vibe translates. No London, I'm going on vacation with the family next week. And after that I'm back to corporate jail, so I won't be around for the eclipse. Otherwise I would have 100% streamed the eclipse from here. Yeah, once the sun goes to the horizon, it goes fast. So there's an interesting railroad that you're looking at right now, actually. It's one of the Grimaldi ships, but it's blue. I don't think I'm gonna wait for it because it might be too dark by the time it gets here. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today. Maybe one more look at the Primula. For those of you who came in later and missed it, the ship is now nicely docked there, but earlier today the ship looked something like this. There we go. Your way is walking in the woods and mountains. Oh, I would love that as well, yeah. We don't really have a lot of like big nature areas where you can do it here though. So yeah, to wrap it up, this is the Primula Seaways. This morning at 10 a.m. she had an engine blackout while maneuvering the narrow canal here that we're looking at. So she was supposed to go into the lock on the left there, but her engine failed and they had to make like an emergency maneuver to the right. So she ended up hitting the side of the river. Luckily they were able to pull her out after 2 hours. Maybe another picture how she was wedged in there. So her whole bulb was wedged in there. She is supposed to go into the lock in about 20 minutes from now, actually. So it does look like she's gonna do it under her own power. I don't think she's gonna get tugboats around her even now. Pretty interesting. And also have this shot of her bulb, so you can see it's only a few scratches on the paint job. Nothing too crazy going on there. But yeah, that was a very interesting thing. All right, let me press a button. Boom. So we'll be back on Sunday for a regular Sunday afternoon stream, and then on Monday I start my vacation. Other than that, thank you all for joining. Thank you for those who supported the stream, monetary wise, always helps. Yeah, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you all very... Oh, by the way, if you're new to the stream, don't forget to follow, subscribe, smash the like button, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!